know, when you've got a platform and you've got a voice, we want it to be put for good.
Well, in the new album, Common Dreads, the first two lines of the album, a heedless and horroring future is developing for a generation and generations to come. Can we explain?
It's basically just the way that society and the world is going, in you know, the way we're developing more and more into just using up our resources and not using enough. What's the word? We can use it again.
Renewable
Renewable energy.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah. It's basically just sort of humanity's the way we just kind of grab everything we can while we can, just for yourself, and you're not thinking about the big picture and the looking after the actual world that we all live in, and that our children and our children's children are going to have to live in one day. And we're just trying to sort of get what we can for ourselves at the moment in a very selfish manner, and basically that's what that line's talking about.
Is it something that you've always had this attitude, or is it something that has well developed the recent years?
It's something that we've always thought about, but perhaps not
Enforced as much as we like to.
Yeah, right. I don't think we've
How
ever...
How come now and not,
I think
let's
it's
say,
just
3
more
years
a
ago?
case of awareness, you know. It's like we've just been opened up to it a bit more, and like,
Right, now
maybe it's
we
being a
kinda-
bit older, maybe it's being more travelled, like. But yeah,
Yeah, now we kind of like know what we're talking about and what we're dealing with a little bit more. We feel that we can express like straightforward what we believe in a little bit more, you know. Whereas before, we always kind of knew it, but maybe we were a little bit unsure about ourselves.
Yeah, as well, I think now, like, realised, like, with this second album, there was a lot of expectation, and like, you know, when you've got a platform and you've got a voice, we want it to be put for good rather than just singing about rubbish. You know, singing about falling in love with someone on the road and then having to leave them behind. And, you know,
You should write a song about that. That's pretty
write
good.
a song, yeah, insightful.
Now, do you talk about it? Let's say before you write lyrics, or is it one?
Well,
one person?
it's Routen writes all the lyrics. But I mean, like, we all contribute in the way that, like, we all talk about these things, and we have conversations on it, you know. But it's not like we'll sit around and write the lyrics together. Routen will write the lyrics, but
Yeah, he's good with his words.
he's good with his words. Yeah. Shit.
No, but I can imagine, is it for you that well, it's something that the whole band has to back? I mean, because they're really strong words, so you have to talk about it, and that's.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah. It's something that we all believe in. That's for sure.
Okay. Then we have another one. It's maybe you can explain the song, "Fanfare for the Conscious Man." It's well, let's say, I think it attacks maybe multinational companies. Can you explain the song a bit more?
I think lyrically, that song was just that song was actually written like right at the end of the album. It was like, I remember it was originally meant to be just an instrumental track, like an instrumental outro, and then we kept working on it, and Routen had literally just a load of lyrics like he left over, and it was basically like an outpouring of aggression and frustration, yeah, which all came out, and well, I remember it happening very, very quickly. But yeah, I guess it's generally about multinational corporations trying to gain from anything they can, you know, selling arms to getting involved in the arms trade, and yeah, basically about that.